Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Kimberly and I'm a part-time reseller on platforms like Poshmark, Curtsy. I have been listing again to Mercari and eBay slowly. Literally, I think I've listed one new item to eBay after making a sale of an item that's been sitting on eBay for 3 years. It needed the right buyer and I found it finally, so I'm very happy. And I also sent into thredUP, and today we are doing a thrift haul. I went in to my local honey hole and they were back to doing colors of the week. For a while there, they were doing like specific categories, like all the pants would be 50% off, all the tops were 50% off, things like that. But they're back to doing the color of the week. And, you know, I will say I didn't find many in the color that was 50% off, but I did find a few. And what was interesting was how many items were, so what I'm going to talk about it when we get there, but there was quite a few pieces where you knew they came from the exact same person, but they weren't all the same ticket price, which I thought was very interesting. But I want to talk about why I picked some of these items up, just because, especially with the changes like that Poshmark has done with fees, how Mercari has changed things, I think it's important to, you know, talk about some of the differences and why we pick things up. And we'll start with one of the first things I picked up, which was one of the items that, like, I think this one was one that wasn't the 50% off. It was a full price, but then a similar one was. So this was Chico's Design. It is a size 1, which is, there's one of the smaller sizes, but this is 100% linen, which, you know, I will pick up 100% linen. I will pick up 100% wool. I'll pick up 100% cashmere, things like that. This is this really nice tunic length button down. Love the colors. I do think this is still really good for the fall. So yeah, couldn't resist picking it up. And even not on sale, their long sleeve shirts are $4. So, you know, I'm really not gonna leave it behind, especially if I can, you know, point out that, oh, I have multiples, but in different colors. So I picked this up. I'm going to list this. I really like Chico's. I do well with it. It's pretty bread and butter for me. And as long as I'm not paying more than $4 for it, I have no problem picking it up. It is a smaller size, but I do think the material, the colors, all of that will, you know, contribute to its selling. But worst case scenario, Chico's does well for me over on thredUP as well. So this one I know was the 50% off because I was like, oh, that's interesting. It is, again, 100% linen. It is a size 1 as well. It had to have come from the same person, but, you know, and it is the exact, literally the exact same Chico's Design label. But this was only $2 because it was 50% off. So I couldn't resist, wasn't going to leave it behind. And the fact that I now have 2 of these button-down linen plaid tunics, I was like, yep, this is definitely good for the season. I will say that this one had, what I liked about this one a little bit more even than the other was the buttons on this are almost, I think they might be the shell, that like that abalone shell button style. I really like that. It adds a little something extra to the top. There's actually another one in here, but it's probably lower in the bag. Next up is, this is the brand Majestic. It is a size medium, and it is a hooded New York Giants sweatshirt. I found this in the women's section. It was 50% off, so it was only $2. It's football season, and I have done decently well with like different sports teams tops, especially the hoodies. So I figured, why not? I am so bummed because I was going to have my father try this on to confirm that it was a men's versus a women's, because he is a men's medium and he's a Giants fan, but he has headed down to Florida for the winter. So he didn't get to try it on. In fact, I've thought about putting it aside so that he can try it on when he comes home, but that's months away and I don't want to do that. I'd rather sell it, make the money. Next up is a piece that I've heard of this brand, but I don't know a lot about this brand, and it wasn't the brand that made me pick this item up. So the brand is Odile, Odile. It is 100% linen, and it's a size small. So the linen was a big reason why I picked it up, but it was also the design and the style. So this is an oversized linen top, has this really cool design on it. It is definitely giving me Lag and Look vibes with this oversized fit, and so I am going to list it as a Lag and Look piece. I think this may even be a Lag and Look brand. The other thing that made this interesting is, and which is why I believe it's a Lag and Look anyway, this is the pocket down here. It's like offside. It is longer than the actual shirt. I just think that's such a cool little detail, and it adds something extra. And I think Lag and Look is still popular, so why not? And this one wasn't one of the $2 tops. I remember that because I was like, oh, that's really cool. Like, I was showing that to my mother going, that's a Lag and Look style top. Yeah. We had a whole discussion about that thing. Next, this was in the men's section, and it is Lucky Brand. This is the, what is it? Dungarees America. Too Tough to Dye, and it's an extra small 100% cotton. I thought that was such an interesting label, so I wanted to do more research. Plus, I loved this design. It is Buddha. I'm pretty sure. I have to do research because I don't think that's Buddha. It's something. That was terrible. I said it was Buddha, and it's not. I'm gonna have to do more research. I knew it when I picked it up, and now that I'm talking about it, I have no clue. Oh, it's going to drive me nuts. But anyway, I picked this up because I think it'll do really well, and I do like picking up unique men's items. Next up, this is a New With Tags ModCloth dress. It is a size small, but like I said, New With Tags. It's kind of like an animal print. It has this shired, whatever, detail at the sleeves. I think, did it have, I think I felt along to see if it had pockets. I don't think it does, but obviously it's brand new with tags, and they only wanted $5 for it. So I figured I would give it a try. I've sold ModCloth in the past and done decently well with it. And another dress that I found, this is Eliza J. I don't pick this brand up very often. This is a size 12 petite, but I will pick it up if I can find it for a good price, and it's a good style, and I definitely thought this was a cute style. I loved the polka dot top, and then it has this nice like fit and flare style skirt. It has its belt. There's the belt up here. I just thought this was a really pretty piece. It's a size 12 petite, but I don't think that's going to deter it. I think that's actually a good size for it. I just really like the way that one looked. Next up, we have another New With Tags item. This is the brand Coolie Bar. I've sold this brand before. It is a women's. It's the Santa Barbara tunic top, and it is, what size is it? It's a size medium, UPF 50+. So really nice top. Love the color. I know it's out of season, but this is one of those things where I'm like, I've sold this brand before. It's not going to take up a lot of room. It's like very tiny. So I figured, why not? And the last item is the third of those Chico's tops. And again, this one is also 100% linen. It's a size 1. And this was not the $2. So 2 of them were full price, $4, and the other one was $2. And that's how I was like, oh, that's so interesting that they're not all the same price. They're not all under the same color. This one is just a kind of a different color pattern with that blue and the reds. I really liked this one too. I like the colors on this one. I just thought this was really pretty. And these kind of tops actually have done well for me very consistently, which is why I like picking them up. And it doesn't matter if it's Chico's or Jack's Girlfriend or Talbot's, whatever. The plaid button-downs, especially at this time of the year, they tend to do well for me, so I like to pick them up. And if I'm getting them for $4 and under, definitely worth picking up. But let me know your thoughts. Would you pick these items up? Do you have a favorite piece? And what are you guys selling, especially right now? Because, you know, I'm making some sales, and I'm not mad at that. But some of them are like summer stuff, so it's kind of weird. But all right, guys, I'll see you next time.